On this week's episode, we talk about the latest from the Shyamalans, Trap.
And other pop culture news.
We just got back from the theater where we saw the latest M. Night Shyamalan family project, a really funny movie called Trap.
Yes. This one, you've probably seen the ads, the trailers, and even the marketing was that the twist is in the beginning. Because it's about a trap set to catch a serial killer. Is on a Taylor Swift type of concert.
Yeah, super popular pop star. Oh, that was redundant. Yeah, pop star beloved by teenage girls.
And this guy takes his daughter to the concert, and but like real quick he realized that everybody there is looking for him, and it's very interesting. It was very fun. Josh Hartnett does a really good job being this guy that looks like a perfect, good dad, good husband, good citizen, but is actually evil.
He's a monster.
He's the butcher.
Yeah.
Of course, Shyamalan has his cameo at some point. The singer, the pop star, is his daughter. So another family affair. Recently, he produced his other daughter film, The Watchers.
And she's been involved. Wasn't she involved in like old and some of his other more recent movies?
Oh yeah, on the
we've been seeing her names in the credits
on the show,
for a
right?
while.
The Servant.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, definitely she's been working with him. It's we're not gonna spoil. There's even though the biggest twist is in the beginning, it's not the end. But there's some really good moments. It's a fun thriller. And yeah, he did it very well.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I know going in, I'm probably gonna enjoy it. I'm very much biased towards Shyamalan. And the raging nepotism aside, his daughter did a great job in this. The narrative was fun and interesting.
She sings and she wrote some of the songs. She produced some of the songs, and yeah, it was a cool addition.
Yeah. I thought one thing I liked about the story is we kind of shift, like our main character or the character we're focused on kind of shifts throughout the film. And again, I don't want to spoil anything, but one very delightful surprise for me was seeing Hayley Mills' name in the credits. That was totally unexpected. But she's one of the law enforcement uppity-ups. Hayley Mills, of course, being one of the darlings of like this golden age of live action Disney back in like the 60s-ish, don't quote me on that, but like Pollyanna, the OG Parent Trap, That Darn Cat, another law enforcement
The Darn Cat is about the law enforcement?
No, but that features another Hayley Mills working with law enforcement to capture dangerous criminals. So this is by no means her first foray into the genre.
The dangerous criminals is a Darn Cat.
No. Well, I don't want to spoil it. He hasn't seen it. It's a gem. Anyway, Hayley Mills. It was delightful to see her again. Yeah. Fun movie. Can't spoil anything because Shyamalan works with like thrills and mystery and all that stuff, but I felt like I enjoyed this one. The couple next to us was very chatty, but right as the movie started, she said, "This is either going to be stupid or really good," because all of his movies are either really good or stupid.
I don't think he has any stupid movies.
Well, like the Happening. There's a few
The Happening. Oh, The Happening was like very interesting.
Yeah.
He in
but
the
not everybody got it.
In the beginning, you think it's stupid, but at the end you leave the theater, you're afraid of the trees. It's really well done.
I love that happening. Once I realized, to me, I'd love to talk to him
That
about
lady
this.
lady in the water, right?
Yeah.
That one was like,
Yeah, see, so again, I'm not gonna say she's right, but I know that his films tend to be a little bit
this was not as good as
polarizing.
Avatar, right? His
Oh my
masterpiece.
gosh.
His great movie.
So anyways, we're just
I'm
gonna
kidding.
pretend that
I'm kidding.
the film that shall not be named.
Yeah, Avatar.
Anyway, so this is what she's at the beginning.
I'll make it clear to differentiate Jim Cameron's movie, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes,
You
one
know,
of the great
yeah.
tragic
The
failed adaptations of our time. But this woman who said that his movies are either stupid or really good enjoyed it. She and her partner agreed this was a good one.
yeah.
So
No, I think he always does a very good job. Some are a little bit more out of the box. Like, I don't know, Lady in the Water might be one. The Village is kind of too. It's slow. It's deep, but it's slow. But I don't know. It's not bad. But of course, he has Sixth Sense, The Signs, the Unbreakable trilogy. Which, by the way, watching this one, not spoiling, but we're dealing with a criminal, with a bad guy, a villain,
a monster.
super villain, if we may. And I was like waiting, expecting, because this could totally be on the Unbreakable universe. You know, he has all the skills and talents, and you will see, of a super villain, and that would be a nice expansion. Even though he kind of does cross expanded universes like he did on the Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. Glass not so much because it was announced, but on Unbreakable and Split, and this could be the case, he spent the universe, but in independent stories. They are connected, but they not not interdependent. The independent stories, which is pretty cool. There's like in books and comic books, they always do that, which is actually one of the biggest flaws on the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe these days. It's like every new movie comes to introduce or to prologue the upcoming movie. They're not independent. They're not independent stories that by themselves. If anything, they are super dependent. That it fails as one and end up failing as a universe. Yeah. There's a I think it's Matt Walsh. He says that it's like some of these movies, they work as trailers for movies to come.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good description.
But Shyamalan, does this really well, really independent, and it could be, and it's so good that as a audience, as a spectator, you could assume it is. At the same time that you could assume that it's not. There's not enough to deny or to testify that it is, which is sort of a little bit open, which is good.
Yeah, no, it was good, and it could definitely. I wasn't really thinking of it too much, but by like halfway, 2/3 through the movie, it definitely becomes clear this could be a part of that universe. And if it connects, that'd be fine. And if it doesn't, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like top tier. He's made so many movies. For me, this isn't like quite up there with like Sixth Sense, but maybe with like Old, The Visit, maybe somewhere in there, or yeah, with the Unbreakable trilogy. In that it was fun. There were a couple things that like, if I had been in the editing room, like, I would have pitched him so hard to do a couple of things differently. But I'm not a great filmmaker who's successful enough to fund my own projects, and he is. So that's fine. We agree to disagree. But it was definitely fun, and if you're a Shyamalan fan, this is definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, it's quite alright. It's fun. It's PG-13, right?
Yeah, I think he doesn't do R all that often.
Yeah, and I was surprised that in front of us there was a little girl, unless or maybe she was a very little woman. I'm not sure, but let's assume she was a little girl. With 13, I mean, not little girl with 5. Then I realized it's PG-13, so it's fine. And it was.
And actually, given the content, it's not. Yeah, it's not like explicitly violent or gruesome.
There's mentions of a terrible serial killer, but we never see him in action, meaning serial killing.
Correct.
It's
no serial was harmed in this film.
Yes. No, it's fun. There's a lot of funny moments. Really well done on that part, and of course there's a lot of moments that it's I don't know, it's one that you cheer for the villain, but he was able to twist. Well, I mean, if he gets caught in the first 5 minutes, the movie is over.
I guess so. I don't think I ever cheered for him.
So you were expecting him to get caught?
I wanted very badly for him to get caught. But I mean, I was never cheering for him.
Because in the beginning of the movie is over.
Well, yeah, obviously. So I knew
you were conducted to.
No, but I wasn't cheering for him. I was wondering. For me, it was more the emotional engagement of the movie was wondering how in the world is he going to get out of this? And then as it progresses, like, how in the world are they going to catch him? Especially because there's a few moments where the plot kind of depends on the incompetence of law enforcement. Maybe a little too heavily. I think maybe we could have done something.
I don't know. I think it's realistic. I think everything he did was nothing, catch me if you can. It was not even as crazy as what's his bucket? I can't remember. I can't remember.
DiCaprio, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Those are the only names I remember with that movie.
Yeah, no, the DiCaprio's character, I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
Dog? No. Anyways, it was not even as crazy as that, and that one was real.
Sure.
So incompetent, yes, but not absurdly incompetent. But either way, it's like this guy fighting to survive. It's quite alright.
Yeah, it was good. Anyway, go check it out. It's in theaters. Trap, PG-13, from Shyamalan.
Yes, Josh Hartnett, Haley Mills, with his, of course, Shyamalan's daughter, Saleka, Shyamalan, and Night Shyamalan, and many other talented people.
Okay, we saw another phenomenal film this week that's on
HBO Max. Max.
Yeah, it's on Max. It's called Knox Goes Away, starring Michael Keaton.
Directed by Michael Keaton.
Oh, that's right.
Excellent. Really, really good. Similar vibes, but very different. This one, there's no shits and giggles, let's say.
Kicks and giggles.
Kicks and giggles. There's Azin Shyamalan has some funny moments because it's like a daddy taking his daughter to a concert, so he does daddy things, and there's the generation gap, and it's like little girls crazy about pop stars. So there's some funny moments. This one is very, very, very serious, even dark at some points, and very, very dramatic, if not traumatic, because it deals with is it dementia? Can I call that dementia?
Yeah.
It's a neurological disease, right?
Yeah.
Did they mention that? I can't remember the name.
Creutzfeldt-Jakob's.
Yes.
The only reason I remember this is one of the things they screen for when you go to give blood. So they ask you like 5 times.
Really?
Do you have it? Have you ever had it? Have you been exposed to it? Yeah.
Do you have it?
No, I don't. I'm good.
They ask you several times to see if
they ask like in a
if you're not
couple of
forgetting
different
right
ways.
there.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, so yeah.
It's been forever since Bloody Blood. I don't remember they asking that, or maybe they asking. I have it.
Oh no.
Anyways, and they portray in a very interesting way on how people with mind disease, neurological disease, dealing with losing the ability of use their brain in a proper on a normal way, and this guy is descending to hell concerning the use of his mind, and it's sad, it's dramatic and traumatic. It's I thought it was really well done.
The specific diagnosis is relevant as part of what makes the film, I think, so compelling, is because the progression of the disease is very quick. So he goes from like pretty stable, pretty together, to just falling apart within just a few weeks. And while he's falling apart, he has to pull off like the stunt of the century. Otherwise, like, his life will have had no meaning. The stakes are really, really high. The stakes have never been higher for this character, and he's losing his mind as he does it. And it's so interesting to watch. And Michael Keaton did a phenomenal job. He's got a great supporting cast, but it's so well written, so well acted. It's really good.
Yeah, it's again, this one is about a father and a son, and there's love and there's crime. It's very, very, very good. Michael Keaton is terrific. Michael Marsden. It's not Michael.
No, James Marsden.
James Marsden.
That's right.
James Marsden is there too.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
This was a sweet gig for Al Pacino. He spends most of the time sitting down in like comfy chairs.
And
at one point, he's
half of the scenes he's in a bathtub.
Yeah, in a bathtub eating Chinese food. I was like, man, what a place to be in your career. They'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll show up.
Yeah.
I'm not getting dressed, and I will be eating on set.
Yeah.
But anyway.
No, he's there. He's great. But the overall movie, the overall story, is really compelling. It's proof that there's intelligent life in Hollywood, because this, like Shyamalan, this one is completely original. It's not based on a book. Not that books are bad. But it's not based on a book, a comic book, a TV show. This one, someone sat down and gonna write a movie, and they wrote, and they did such a terrific job telling this very, very nuanced, deep story about lost love and redemption, and end of life. And it's like, even the title says Knox goes away, right?
Yeah.
It's very interesting, because he says that in a couple of moments in the movie. It's like, I'm going away, and has like double, triple meaning. You have to watch the entire movie to understand what it actually means. And
it's very good. For most of the movie, I thought, okay, I feel like I know what's going on. I know where this is going. And then, like, there's a moment in, like, Act 3 where, like, wait, what? I was wrong? What in the world? And then all of a sudden at the end, you're like, oh, wait, what? I was wrong again. Like, the emotional journey, it's working on levels. It's really well written. And just delightful. So I feel like we're starting to repeat ourselves because we don't want to spoil anything. The point is, you really need to see this film. It's not one for the family. I'm pretty sure it is rated R, but I highly recommend it.
About rated R, like right in the beginning, like in the first couple of minutes of the movie, something happens that is like so crazy and so tragic that there's like, and it's like, in any other circumstance would be funny, but in this one, it's like, it's sad. Anyways, you have to watch it. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, just see it. It's a journey. It's like Michael Keaton at his best. I don't want to say at his best, because he's always so good, but this is peak. This is peak Michael Keaton. It was very good.
Yeah, Knox goes away. Don't let this opportunity go away. Go watch. It's on Max.
And let's stay on Max for a minute with the finale of season 2 of House of the Dragon.
And quite a finale. It was.
Yeah.
It was intense. It was like epic, but well, not the epic a lot of people were expecting.
Right, which personally, I don't think it was a bad thing. I was okay with it. I also didn't realize this was the season finale, though. So but anyway, the setup for next season, oh man, it's gonna be phenomenal.
So many pieces, and they're all set, and it was cool.
Yeah, we kind of resolved one major issue.
Some idiots, meaning Damien, fell in place and found their place in the world, and gonna do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And every other character. Anyways, it was good.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. So far, the show I feel like is living up to itself.
Balls.
The actors are acting. The production design is unbelievable. It's so beautiful.
Sort of a little bit of balls required to do what they did on the season finale, because it's any other show on any other company wouldn't do that, because it's bold to throw all your chips on the table and you might not come back for another season. But this is HBO. These people know what they're doing. And cliffhanger, huge cliffhanger. Let's see how they're gonna deal with that the next season. And
I can't.
Of course they made some people mad.
Well, that's to be expected. When you write something so phenomenal and you get us so hyped up, when we watch these episodes, like, I'm not aware of time passing at all, and then suddenly it's over and I'm just desperate for more. Like, it's just a really, really good show, and I think, and so suddenly, like, there's this like montage, like, wait, aw, crap on a stick, that's the end? We're ending now? I mean, I'm fine with it. I trust these writers, but I think also we're all a little bit scarred from season 8 of Game of Thrones, and how we had this unbelievable build-up that was just so unfulfilling. And so here we've had this incredible build-up. Are they going to fail us again? I really hope not. I don't think these guys will. This team seems to have it together. Yeah. We'll see eventually.
Yeah. House of the Dragon season 2 ended, so both seasons are available on Max. It was announced that the show is going to have 4 seasons total. So they're going to start filming season 3 early next year, and eventually season 4 to conclude the story of the House of the Dragons, the House Targaryen, that is going to be decimated.
But are they decimated now or later?
It's only 100 years, right?
No, I thought it was like...
It's like 150 years, something
you're
like
right.
that. It's not a lot. So I think, it's
the end is coming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In the meantime, taking a look at ratings and box offices and stuff, Deadpool and Wolverine had a pretty strong second weekend with $96.5 million.
Yeah, it's dominating. It's the number one movie in the world, and it's well deserved. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's definitely ones like, oh, I want to see it again, and a lot of people are singing it again.
Yeah.
Making it this huge success it is. Proof that when you build it, they will come. It's just because it's good, because it's what the fans want. It's not because some activist, some wokester in Hollywood decided to, I need to do this to do the presentation, and then
or because the Kevin Feige AI just like spat out a formula
and then screw up the whole thing for everybody.
Yeah, I think with a film like this, as highly anticipated as this was, the second weekend is a lot more telling than the first, because a bunch of people were guaranteed to go see it the first weekend. The people who've been fans of the franchise, the Marvel fans, the Deadpool fans.
Oh, I have
We're
a
going to see it
friend.
no matter what. But then the second weekend, now all those fans have to go out and talk about it. Is the movie still compelling? Do people still want to come and see it? Yes, you get a good second weekend. No, you get a terrible second weekend, which we saw with like
Which is normal. We see with every movie that it drops.
it
But
always drops, but like not all of them drop as badly as like Morbius or was it Multiverse of Mayhem or whatever.
Marvels.
The Doctor Strange, yeah, Marvels. Where like they had a decent open like first weekend because they're Marvel movies and everyone wants to see, but then they were crap, and so everything fell apart very quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, I have a friend that brought his mom to watch it, and she enjoyed it.
Interesting.
It's fun. It's fun. It's really funny.
Mm-hmm. It is. And then also looking at TV, The Bear season 3 racked up 1.2 billion viewing minutes. So that's a lot. That movie.
Yeah. It remains in third place in between Your Honor and Dexter. It was a good show. The first two seasons were spectacular, so everybody saw and told their friends and their moms and their chickens to watch. So people came back for season 3. That's why the numbers are so high. And let's see how next will be and how much more they're gonna make.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I think they're 3 for 3 so far, so we shall see. All right, what's going on with Paramount Global?
Okay, Paramount Global sell to Skydance Media in 8 billion acquisition, 40 million 8 billion acquisition. They're gonna have to pay 400 million if the deal doesn't go through.
And in the meantime, they had to cut 15% of their U.S. workforce.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I guess they're struggling.
Biden economy, Biden inflation, because of the all that, and because of the merge. When they merge, of course, they're gonna they have someone in accounting on this company, someone in accounting side. We don't need two, so one's gonna go. So it's that's what happened.
The court found that Google did in fact violate antitrust laws, specifically when it comes to their online search thing. You know, what we all use Google for
Monopoly.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, which it comes with the apps. It comes with the software. You go do a search, it goes to Google. So a court ruled that they are breaking the law.
Yeah, and not just because of their dominance, but because maybe some of the ways that they have achieved and maintained that dominance. Alphabet is huge. Like I don't think it's really going to hurt them or change much of anything. But
because monopoly is not a crime, but the way they establish or the way they maintaining this monopoly is where the crime lies.
Yep. So they'll end up with a slap on the wrist, and I really don't think a whole lot is going to change. But Google and Alphabet are facing other trials and court things. There's a better word. Litigation? I don't know. It's a giant company. They're always in trouble for something, and they always get out of it. Okay, Elon Musk says he's going to move X and SpaceX and all his stuff out of California because of a recent law that prohibits teachers from outing trans students to their parents without those students' permission.
Yeah, Musk that had a trans kid and realized way too late how media and how Hollywood and how all this are like infecting kids, are basically making kids goes towards that path, and having authorities allowing kids to do things that kids shouldn't do. You know, the kid says I'm a lion, and then the authorities, you have the right to be a lion, and we're gonna protect you even if your parents don't want. So anyways, so he had to deal with that personally and his family, and again, living in California is like, there's so many reasons. This is just one.
Yeah.
The economy, overtaxation. You cannot have your property insured because they basically kicked insurance companies out. And it's communist states of California. So he left to Texas. Does it say that? Doesn't? But
No,
yeah,
I
he
don't-
left
yeah, I don't know.
Texas, and he's not alone. A lot of companies are leaving. A lot of people are leaving for better pastures because Democrats, liberals are destroying the place.
It's rough.
And it's funny because they do that and they blame. It's always someone else's fault, right?
Well, yeah, that's a humanity problem.
Yeah, no, I mean, the ones that create the problem, they blame someone else. It's like Hollywood, the movie fails and they blame the audiences because the movie fails because it's bad.
That's correct.
So, anyways,
that's correct. All right, and then this one, this is from the world of AI, which I don't like it. Meta has offered millions of dollars to Awkwafina, Judi Dench, Keegan-Michael Key, and presumably others to use their voices for AI. Do we know if any of them accept it?
I don't know, but I mean, it comes to this conundrum, to this paradox, where they were fighting, they were like on strike against AI.
Right.
Now they're gonna join the machine? Sell their souls to it?
Well, if they're getting compensated for it, because wasn't that part of the concern that they wouldn't be their image, their voice, their talent could be taken without compensation?
But if they pay for use their voices, it's unlimited. It's not the same as paying them every time they need.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it is joining the Matrix.
I don't know. It's freaky, man. I don't like it. Okay, Apple TV, we saw a trailer recently for a movie called Wolf that I think looks hilarious. It stars Brad Pitt and George Clooney as like the guys you call to clean up the crime scene when you're done. Anyway, looks hilarious. Apple's going to be doing a 1-week limited theatrical release.
Yeah, they backed out. They wanted to do a full regular release, but they decided to go for only a week, which I don't know. I wonder if it has to do with George Clooney meddling with the elections, basically changing the candidate, pushing for that, and
I don't think we can blame that on him. He just wrote an op-ed saying what we were all thinking.
Oh, he started this whole wave after he said everybody, like even in the party, was like, oh, he has to go, he has to go, he has to go. And finally he went.
I don't think we can put that on George Clooney. At the end of the day, I know he's a donor, but
he definitely,
at the end of the day, he's an actor who just said what, again, everybody was thinking.
Oh, yeah, but he started the movement and it happened. So on any ways, the perspective of him on the public view, if anything, half of the public view is like, George Clooney. So
you think so?
Oh yeah, it's Hollywood is all about appearances, and if the half of the audiences love him and love him for what he did, there's people that like so he wouldn't bring
I haven't heard.
He wouldn't bring much people to the movies as he's not doing anyways, because his last movies were all streaming. There's one the latest one was actually on Netflix, so risky, very risky, and the movie looks funny, but
yeah, I think it looks like a blast.
But yeah, so Apple decided not to move into full release, but just a week release on Apple TV to save some trouble, save some money.
Okay. Well, that's not the only thing getting cut down to size. Disney was supposedly working on originally going to be a movie about Lando Calrissian, kind of spinning off of Solo, A Star Wars Story, the movie. So originally there was going to be a Lando movie, and then it got cut down to a Lando series, and now it's just not going to be happening.
Yes, one of the involved announced that they're going to discreetly forget about it.
Which is fine. I think I've seen like 2 comments about people disappointed.
I've
seen a ton of comments of people who are just burned out and tired of mediocre at best Star Wars series, and maybe could we just take a chill pill and move on.
About Disney and Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy announced recently, today actually, that she wants to leave, but she wants to leave with a big win. And there's already a lot of fans saying that it's like, just leave. That will be the win. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh. Okay. Daisy Ridley just released a movie on Disney Plus that I want to see, and I can't remember what
What
it's
movie
called.
is that?
It's about a woman who swam the English
Oh, the
Channel.
girl in the sea.
Yes.
The
I
young
think it
girl
looks
in the sea.
Something. Yeah.
Which sounds like the
As opposed
old,
to the old man in the sea.
people say it's like, oh, I can't believe Disney has been making that with a girl.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I
Get
know
over
it has
yourselves.
nothing to do with the way they release the posters and the
Yeah.
marketing. It's like, oh.
It looks
It
like a
is.
cool movie that I'd like to watch with my daughters. But anyway, she's revealed that she has Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disease that attacks your thyroid. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. Good luck for her.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully she's able to manage that okay. Aerosmith has had to end their farewell tour because Steven Tyler injured his voice.
Yes, it's been a while, and they decided to just cancel and end it's the end of Aerosmith.
Yeah, which, given how old they all are, it's like, farewell, sweet princess. Okay, speaking of endings, the closing ceremonies for the Paris Olympics are coming up, and rumor has it that Tom Cruise is going to be performing an epic stunt to transition us and sort of pass the torch, pass the flag to Los Angeles 2028.
That I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of L.A., not because of Paris, because Tom Cruise delivers. And
He
if
really
they say it's gonna be epic stunt, yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this. So he's been there. He's been cited at events and
Charming and nice
We
to
shall
everybody,
see.
taking pictures and selfies.
yeah.
And the guy's probably the last superstar.
Yeah, apparently not so great to be married to, but to work with, work for, that seems to be a good thing.
Well, I don't know.
He's good for the fans.
Yeah. Is he still married?
Mm-mm.
To Mrs. What's her bucket? Dawson. Anyways, that's it. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, that's it for this week. Come back next week with more pop culture news and entertainment. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.